Everybody? Welcome to the first day of May. First day of new month. It is May 1st, 2023, and market's moving pretty decently today. It was very slow in the pre-market, and after being super slow in the pre-market, upon the open, not bad. Um, we've taken a couple trades so far. I was super close to failing last week. I was super close to failing two of my evaluations. Both those I failed this morning in the pre-market. However, my other account, the one of the Apex 50Ks, is doing quite well, and we're up $229 on that account today, and we're up in the account as a whole. So I'll go ahead and get the charts up on the screen here. And we've been trading some different patterns than what we normally trade, and they're working out quite well. So having said all that, let's go ahead and get the charts up. Alrighty. Bing. Okay, let's jump to the charts here. All right, so we kind of double top there around 97 or so. So our original high was at like 91, which we blew on through that, and we came up here to a high of 97.75, which we peaked right there. And this is kind of a double top. You can see really this resistance, and unfortunately we didn't trade this ascending wedge right here. I did see it, but I just watched it because that was basically, this is the pattern that I've been learning. It's a bearish pattern, and it's essentially this ascending wedge where you have this sort of rip up, and then it's making these multiple highs, higher highs and higher lows. But it's let's see if I can get a not the trend. I guess just line. But you get these higher highs here, and then you have the lower lows formulating like this, and it's this area here where it starts to sort of stall out that we go short, and then our exit point is wherever the last support was. So the last support resistance, which is right here along 92. So the short pattern would have been here, and then we would ride this down to 92, which it did end up pulling all the way back to, actually it pulled all the way down to 87.50, but 92 would have been a really nice exit there from 96.25 all the way down to 92. So that's a good like 40 tick run. A lot of opportunity in that. And so these are really cool patterns that I've never traded before, and I'm starting to trade today. I called this short out inside of our Discord community, but I didn't take the trade because I'm still learning it. So I wanted to watch it and just see how it played out. It played out exactly as I called it, and even a little bit better inside of our Discord community. So what's up, Tiny? Good to see you here. Turn the music up a little bit for myself. Alrighty. So as far as the accounts go, we're up 229 on the day so far. We're up 373 in the account as a whole out of a $3,000 profit target. So about 12.4% to goal. So this ascending wedge action here is really cool. You can see we actually got it here as well. Same pattern. So I've seen 3 of these today. I traded one earlier as a test in the pre-market. Traded it right here. You can see here's the ascending wedge. It's basically these higher highs and then these lower lows sort of forming this triangle pattern like that. Okay, right there. And then this break here is on where it's running into resistance, and you can kind of see, for me, I use the TTM as well. and kind of see it starting to break down there, running into resistance, short off that. So this is a really cool pattern. I've been really kind of excited about it. Just as of today, it was called out to me not yesterday, but a couple of in last week's stream that I kept getting caught by it, and so I decided to learn it, and yeah, super powerful. Because this was a drop of like 40 ticks. This was another drop of like 40 ticks as well, even more so. So you have a lot of opportunity in there. Getting a red to yellow move now. And left in this candle is 10 seconds on the 1 minute side. So I might wait for this candle to close. Maybe look for an entry right here. And look for a long off 91. So I'm long off 91. I'm going for 3 ticks. So I'm just looking for this little bounce right here and sort of the test of this candle, the upper wick here.
Order filled.
There we go. We got that 3 ticks, 2 contracts, moving a little bit at a time, up 298 on the day. Tiny pointed out last week that I didn't feel rushed, and that sort of pointed out to me that it seems that I actually rushed through some of my trades, and because that was the case, I started to approach my trading from a sense of telling myself not to be rushed. So I appreciate that, Tiny. Yeah, it does kind of seem like we're in a range. And it does, I think you're correct. I think it does need to break up or down either way. And I think that I do think that we have a lot of opportunity to range trade through this area before we get the breakdown. Especially this, like that red yellow move was actually even more powerful than I gave it credit for. And frankly, I kind of wish I had taken more contracts or potentially gone for more ticks, but I'm trying to trade very safely, and that's kind of my main goal. But 442 on the account as a whole at the moment. These are about 14.7% to go. This looks like a nice pullback entry. Potentially an entry right here off the EMA 35 for a run up and test. You can see we got an ABCD pattern here. Here's the A, the B, the C, and then this is a run up here on the D, on the D portion of the pattern. The 9 is getting above the 12 on the 1 minute side. This actually looks pretty good. I might look for an entry on this little pullback here off like 92.25 area.
Order filled.
All right, enter long. I realize it could have gone a little bit better entry, but I don't think I have too bad of an entry.
Order filled.
All right, we got that. So that was from 92.25 up to 93. Just taking 3 ticks at a time right now. Up 367 on the day. 9 is getting above 12. This looks really good for a breakout on the ABCD pattern on the 1 minute chart with the 9 above the 12. The TTM is stacking up quite nicely. So for confirmation, we would want to see next the 9 and 12 get above the EMA 35. And the next confirmation after that would be the 1226 crossover. This looks really good to me for a long move. I'm not in it currently, and I think it's just because I personally need to cool off because I just took this trade here. So I'm still trading pretty small, only 2 contracts of the mini right now. That would have been a very nice trade. From 92 to 94, 8 ticks. I think we can step up to 4 ticks, looking for a $1 range. I think there looks to be plenty of moves that are in a $1 range, so I'm going to step up to 4 ticks. I could step up to 5, but again, I'm trying to I don't want to trade over safe, but I also don't want to overstay my welcome and overtrade and all that. So I'm gonna look for a pullback to like 93. I don't know if we'll get that because this is kind of the breakout here. 9 is above 12. On approach for a 1226 crossover. That would be this here. The 35 is above the 50, which looks good. And we're approaching a cyan switch. I want to see a pullback to the 9 EMA. So I'm going to put a standing entry right here off 92.50 for a move up to 93.50. I think that might be too much of a pullback. Maybe 92.75. There's a doji on that one. So this should form a little cup and handle here. Here's the cup. This should be the handle portion. And then we'll be looking for a bounce off the 9 exponential. I don't think that we're going to get it, though. We might not get it. We've got the TTM switch already happening. So, yeah, I'm going to cut this and not take that trade. Look at the 20-second chart and see what's going down here. 22nd just got a 5,200 cross right there on this ascending wedge. 92.75 still looks like a good entry point to me. I'll put that standing order there at 92.75. Might be 93 as the entry point. Nah, the entry point was 93 actually. Kind of like exactly spot on, so it's a little too close. I was one tick below where I needed to be on that order. So that was a move off 93 up to 94.75. And the entry really was like 93.25. And the exit really was about 94.25. Let's take a look at the 3-minute chart. Let's see what's going on over here. 3-minute just got a 5,200 cross as well. This is looking really good for longer term breakout. I actually feel like there's opportunity here for a test of the highs. Might go for 5 ticks and 3 contracts. Try to get an entry off 93.50.
Order filled.
Got the entry there at 93.50. Looking to get out right now at 94.75, which would be the rejection of 95, which is actually currently the area that I'm in right now. Damn, I think I chased this a little bit. There's that ascending wedge again. I still feel okay about this trade.
Order filled.
Took a long off 92.50. Maybe that's a mistake, but I did lower my basis slightly. Yeah, I think that's a mistake. I'm going to take a look at the 20-second chart and sort of validate this or debunk it. We have 5,200 cross. We have some downward movement here. We need a bounce right here. Nah. 1.1. 9 is dipping below 12. Hands over the cover button. This is my risk level right here, right at 91. I need to see a red to yellow on the 20-second chart. There's a red to yellow on the 20-second chart.
Order filled.
We're out one contract. Looking for the exit here at 94.75 for these other 3 contracts. I'm going to cut it right there.
Order filled.
Cut it a little early. We are up 505 on the day. That was a profitable trade, but a little bit of a sketchy one. So I don't really love that trade per se, but you know, we are still profitable across the board on it, so all good. Up 505 on the day, up 649 in the account. So the account's at 649 out of 3,000. So we're up 21.6% out of on this 50K account here. By the way, if you guys are trying to earn funding in the futures market, Apex Trader Funding is still offering for today. They're 90% off for the first month and 80% off every month thereafter. So thank you, Tiny. I appreciate that. I think it could have my entry on that trade could have been better. And aside from the entry, I think my risk management could have been slightly better as well. But I do think it was still overall a decent trade. Yeah, I appreciate that. I don't know. I feel pretty good about this one. We're having another ascending wedge there. This was a nice flag move right here that I saw forming, but it was just kind of like, I need a cool off after that one. I don't know why, but sometimes I need a cool off after each trade, even if it's continuing to rip. Sometimes I just like to take that moment to myself and just sort of like breathe. Because trading can be stressful, and so I think there's a lot of value in, I don't know, just getting the airflow back together and whatnot. We've almost got our trailing max back to where it's supposed to go at 2,500. We're at 24 on that, so. This 5,200 cross is looking really nice. I think that we may come up here and test these highs. So remember, this was the end of that ABCD pattern that we pointed out. And so in order for this to actually make highs, I think that we need to break above 96.50, sort of this line in the sand right here, and actually test these highs. I think this is going to continue to run. I'm not going to take the trade because I personally need to cool off, even though I can see it right there. There's the run, there's the high. Yeah. Massive rip. I'm getting FOMO, but you know what? I'm getting FOMO because I called it. That's why I'm getting FOMO. And it is what it is. I'm not going to, obviously I'm not going to trade right here because the move already happened, but wow. There's definitely a lot more volume now than there was in the pre. we may pull back now to about 95. I think a pullback to 95 would actually look really good, especially if we pull back and hold support here at 95. How y'all doing today, by the way? Good, bad, red, green? Yeah, story of my life, dude. I'm like endlessly trying to do better and better. I'm like, man, when is good enough, you know? And I don't know if that actually has an answer to it. At least for me. Sometimes the way it is, you know what I mean? 1 second, y'all. Put these charts back up. Been working in the garden all weekend, man, and it's like a lot of allergies and whatnot. And I still feel like I got them going on. All right, so this just continued to push up. This may also be forming an ascending wedge as well. It looks like a similar pattern. You can see it here. Oops. And you can see it right here. And so this kind of looks like it's forming the same pattern. I didn't mean to pull this. Just delete it. I always forget about this. Got a doji at the top. TTM's kind of petering out a little bit. I wouldn't mind a pullback here to like the 12 EMA to like 96 or so. It might just pop up again, but yeah, there it is. Check the 3-minute chart. 3 minutes looking nice. This actually, like this whole entire thing was called out by the TTM on the 3-minute side. It really is the 5200 cross of the 3. You can see it right there. If I get zoomed in, you can see that crossover. Entry really was like on this level, like 91 area, or off this pullback. I think this pullback would have been a stronger entry here. So really 92, ripping on up to 99. So, you know, if you had the patience, the 10 to 12 minute patience to trade this, which isn't that long, honestly, you could have pulled an easy like 20, 30, 40 ticks. I don't know about 40 ticks, but 92 to 99, 7 times 4 is 28 ticks. So you, I think you could have reasonably pulled anywhere from 12 to 20 ticks through here. And that's really just the red to yellow on the TTM. But it's also, if I pull back up the 1 minute side, it's also the cyan switch right there. And then it's also, so you have multiple patterns here. It's also the 912 crossover. And then on the 22nd, it's also the 5200 crossover. So you had all this confirmation for upward direction. A lot of confirmation, really. Honestly, it's like, I wish I could actually see all these confirm independently of each other and sort of get like an alert that says like, hey, this confirmation, that confirmation, you know what I mean? And so it'd be really cool to like create an alert system that's like bullish confirmation, you know, and then it can like put together almost like a little pie chart or like a fluctuating indicator that's measuring all these different indications all at once, and then essentially adjusting whether or not it's bullish or bearish on the fly. I think that would be really cool. We're probably going to experience a pretty good amount of resistance up here at 4,200. 4,200 has been a very strong line in the sand for a while. Still green, no more trades. It makes sense, man. Protect that green. I'll get the charts back up in just a second. Another down. All right. Did want to check in on the market watch news because we had this drop at 645. So it's the manufacturing PMI, and then we had these other ones drop at 7. So we just have like PMI data, construction spending. We don't have new information on it yet, though. Even though it dropped, Market Watch doesn't have the info yet. I think it's really like this aspect of intuition and in regards to your trading and stuff like that is an incredibly important skill and communication with yourself. I think it's probably one of the most important elements of risk management is being able to know when to walk away. So ridiculously important. So I think that shows a lot of strength and character. And a lot of capability of being able to understand yourself and understand your trading. So, good job. Kind of peeking here, you can see this triple top. This is on the 20-second chart, so might look a little different on the 1 minute. Oh, it's a triple top on the 1 minute too. So you see I'm kind of cooling off, but not much. It's kind of actually sideways. So there's still pretty good chance, while it continues to be sideways, still pretty good chance to pop again. I think we're probably going to get a test of 4,200. Market's up about $9. Or ES is rather. Let's take a look at the 5. Oh, 5 just got a 5,200 cross too. Yeah, I mean, like, so that was that whole move. That move was so many confirmations to the upside. That's incredible. That's what I'm saying. I wish that I actually had an indicator that like would show me all of these different indications. I may actually switch over to trading the micros for the day just to protect my green. You can see this flag right here. Kind of want to take a long off of 98. Looks like it would have worked out. Yeah, it would have. There's a 5-minute flag right there.
Order filled.
I joined the bid way too late. I'm only in 2 contracts though on the micro, so I'm not like overly concerned about it, but I definitely could have, done better
Order filled.
on that. Up 510, made like $5 on that. Could have made 50 or more on the mini, but very nice breakout there from 97, 97 and a quarter, 97 area, all the way up to 4,200 and just passed. Getting a red candle up there now. I would not be surprised if we get a rejection. The chart doesn't look like it's going to reject in terms of moving averages, really just in terms of all of the patterns that are taking place right now. But 4,200, remember, can be a pretty strong line in the sand. It's really been the ES's bane for a very long time at 4,200. So I'm going to draw a line there off 42 because this area has rejected so many times over the last few months. Let's see if we can jump out to like a monthly chart or something. Wow, look at all these old drawings. You can see 4,200 right here. This was from February. So this whole section along 4,200 like has acted as really strong resistance over the last few months. So it's been pretty consistent at 4,200. Look at all these things. Is there an easy way to clean up all these drawings? Yeah, there you go. Remove all drawings. Ah. All right. Yeah, so you can see on the daily chart here that 4,200 has really been a very, very strong line in the sand. You can see it there, over here for a couple of days, and currently now, and actually over the last couple of days too, you see it was a line in the sand for this day, as well. So on the daily chart, we are getting some ascension. Interesting. The moving average crossover there on the daily. Multiple days trades. That'd be kind of hard, I think. I think that makes sense. Currently at 510 on the day. The last trade we took, we made about $5 as we traded the micro. Probably should have traded the mini on it, but it's all good. Let's take a look at the hourly chart. I'm just sketchy about this 4,200 area because it's been resistance so many different times. So hourly got a 5,200 cross. Basically everything's on ups, just a really strong uptrend. But trading at 4,200, I don't know. It's rejected like time and time again over the last 5-6 months. $15 minutes on a nice uptrend as well. Looks like we're finally breaking out of that 4,200 zone, but all right, we're back on the 20-second chart. We did get another pop up there. 201.50 is currently the high of the day. And the low of the day is down here around the 80s, 41.81. So it's a $20 difference, almost exactly. $20 range from the high to the low. So I think this looks pretty decent for a pullback down towards the volume weighted average price. I think that we need a trend reversal to the downside at some point. It's just a question of when that point is. You know what I mean? I don't really feel all that comfortable trading at the highs though, especially when the high is 4,200. Just because, like I said many times, it's like the super resistance zone for the ES. Take a look at the results on the day. So 100% trade accuracy on the day. That's awesome. I thought that I took a loss, but I guess I didn't. So I've taken 13 trades with 13 wins. It doesn't really get much better than that, other than trading larger and taking larger, like longer trades. But that's just not my jam. I'd rather just keep on building a little bit at a time. You can see the majority of my trades are under a minute. 9 seconds, 10 seconds, 14. Once it starts getting like 30, 40 seconds, I start getting a little bit nervous myself, honestly, but just kind of the way it is. So. I've been trading pretty small today, 1 and 2 contracts. I took like one trade with 3 or 4 contracts. It didn't show that in the breakdown, but sometimes they fill independently of each other and count as their own trade. So this looks like it has room to me down to 98 or maybe 99. Kind of got that ascending wedge type look going on there, but that's on the 20-second chart, so I wouldn't really trust it there. I'd be more looking at the 1-minute chart. It does kind of look like it's inbound, which if I look at this, it looks like we have room down to 95. Yep, there it is. So there's the ascending wedge. This has formed several times today. See it here and here, and so there's a bearish pattern where you're going short after you see the breakdown begin to happen. So, and then you're looking for exit points around here. But I personally use the 50 EMA myself as the exit point. The strategy, though, is typically designed to go down to about the last level of support resistance, which is right here at like 95 zone. We move it up to the upper bands of those wicks. It's right there, exactly 95. But I like to use the 50 EMA as the exit spot, or the 35. So that would have been moved down from 4,200 down to 97. 12 tick short available right there. TPM is currently at 1.2 on the dissension. And VWAP has moved up to 91.5. Okay, so I guess we'd be looking for not quite yet. I'm not looking for a trend reversal yet. Still doing some analysis. And also, I'm kind of like, if I really think about my trading, I don't want to give back too much of my profits. So I'm trading pretty minimally now at this point. Because I'm already like, I don't know. What's 510 out of 3,000? 17%. So I already made almost 20% of my goal just today. But we're up 654.83 out of the 3,000. So 21.8%. So 95 was the area I was calling as the rejection zone on this. And I'm currently at 97. But I also mentioned getting out at the 50 EMA, which is right there. 912 crossover on the downside. TTM is currently at flat. This is looking like a trend reversal on the down. Rejecting off that 4,200. Should take my own advice and just short it off 42. Who else did that? Who took the short off 42? Just curious. So we might get a 1226 crossover on the downside here. TTM is flat. 9 is below 12, but there's just as much opportunity for this to bounce and rip back up to 42 right here. So mainly because it's above the 35 and above the 50. So even though this pattern, this part of this pattern looks like it's kind of bearish, we still have a lot of bullish support. But this would have been a nice short. .5 on the TTM red. We dropped below the I guess it would drop below like 96 or maybe 95. It might be a short for me. Switching to one contract, so I'm trying to protect my green, so. Let's see if this finds support off 97. If it does, we may actually break through the infamous 4,200 and actually hold that gain. But it's been an area of resistance for 6 months. Probably longer, but I only went back 6 months. $5,200 on approach on the downside. About $3 diverged right now. 2.5 actually, or 3.5. Waiting for something really obvious. I was gonna say this might get a little bounce here because of this and this. It's a little support zone that formed. $35 dipping below 50. That looks bearish. A short off the 50 EMA could be a reasonable move. You can see rejected off 50 here, rejected off 50 here. So that would be a short off of 98 or 97.75. This is the 20-second chart. So 94.81 and 97.75. So they the 50 and 200 are kind of closing in on each other as a for a downward move. Just over the top of the hour here. 8:12. Yeah, we may get a downward trend reversal at 8:30. Market's only up $8, so it's not like a ton of support to really draw it up. Of course, I could be wrong, but the reason why I say I could be wrong is the 9 and 12 are curling upward on approach on the 1226. The TTM's been kind of slowly stacking towards a cyan switch. So, but the short off the 50 EMA is the idea. Whether or not it's real is yet to be determined. Looks like could have been a little short there. 4 ticks. Yeah. Just checking in on the 1 minute. So it's riding the EMA 50 right now as support. It takes a long time for the TTM to load sometimes. There it is. So a red to yellow on the 1 minute side would also look really good for a trend reversal upward move. Which I think, honestly, just given the bullish trend of the day, makes more sense than a full-on trend reversal to the downside. I think this pullback may just end up as consolidation. It's potential. Right now, it's just in a watch and wait kind of situation. Pulling back to 95. Did end up breaking down below the 200 moving average on the 20-second chart. See if we can make some determinations here. $200 SMA has ascended quite a lot, which what this means to me is that we are inbound for a trend reversal. Again, I could be wrong. I don't pretend to be a professional or anything like that, but this looks like this is inbound for a trend reversal on the day. I.e., we're kind of like hanging out above these areas here, but it almost looks like soonish we may reject down to the VWAP, and if we lose below the VWAP, then like if it drops below the VWAP, then I think that the rest of the day is going to be pretty bearish. Let's see where the 200 moving average is on the 1 minute chart. 1 minute chart still below VWAP, so that still looks good. That still gives it hope for upward trend on day. CTM's at 3.6 on the 1 minute. I'm just sitting right now. There's too many bullish indicators and too many bearish indicators for me at the moment. So it's just kind of like sit on my hands. Wait for the right move. I'm not trying to rush nothing. Yeah, no worries. I hope you have an awesome day today, Tiny. $20 chart dropping below the volume weighted average price. This was a very nice short off of 4,200, man. If you had the patience, you could have ran that down $9, $10. Big drop there. Pulling down now to 88, 87. Wow. Actually, from 97 all the way down to 87, that's another 40 ticks, which just happened over the last, not even that long ago. Because I'm on the 20-second chart. So Jump to the 1. Yeah, this is only like a 3-minute move. One minute also on approach for 5200 cross as well to the downside. TTM's now at red 5.5. That was a nice short off there. Bit miffed that I missed that. From 96 down to like 87. Wow. Really from 97 to 87. This looks like a little bit of a bearish flag forming. Again, I can't really take the move though because we are still above the 200 moving average. And this TTM really does look like it might switch from red to yellow at any moment. And that red to yellow move would cause quite the push up. We are below the 1 minute VWAP though. Three minutes on dissension. So we're here at the 3 minute 200 moving average as well. Everything's riding along this 200 moving average. I think this is going to drop. Low today is 81. Where did this end up here? So basically, in order for this to continue to pop up, we need a repeat of this pattern right here. Which may be asking a lot. TTM on the 3 minutes at 0.8. And we'll have a new candle here at 818, which is now 819. So 821 should be our next candle. 15, 18. Weird. TTM at 1.0. I guess we got to get above TTM on the 3 minute above 2.0, really. I'm going to switch back over to the 1 minute chart. A couple seconds left in this. And we've got VWAP as resistance now. There's a yellow. Little bear flag here. Short off the 9 might not look so bad. Switching to the 20-second chart. Take a look at this approach on the 5200 cross, which it did actually get to the downside. Guess I missed that. TTM's at 1.4 on the 20-second chart. Nice pop there off 90.5 up to 92. Coming up for a test of the volume weighted average price. 9's above 12 now. And about to get a TTM cross as well. So 9 above 12. Checking in on the 1 minute. Just kind of sitting on my hands right now. I know there were some trade opportunities there, but that's okay. I don't need to take every trade. TTM at 4.5 on the yellow. This is really the test right here. So this is the line in the sand, I think, for the trend on the day. There's only a couple seconds left in this candle. For long, We're gonna need this to close yellow. New candle opened red and moving downward, so that doesn't look good. The yellow's still there, but this doesn't look good for an upward move. Take a look at the 20-second chart, which did get the cyan switch with 9 above 12, but 9 is dipping back below. And it's looking like a rejection off the EMA 35. By the way, if y'all chilling, hanging out, make sure you like and subscribe. It really does help the channel grow. We're up 510 on the day. We took a bunch of trades earlier. I've just been kind of sitting here on this downward reversal. I'm just kind of sitting for a while, honestly. We did take a lot of trades on the uptrend, and I just kind of missed the downtrend. Shorting is not my forte, but I'm getting better at it, working on it. Really, I'm learning shorting a lot right now. And so if you see me going very slow when it comes to shorts, that's why. 50 EMA is pointed downward. 200 is going straight. I'm looking at this short. We got red here. Run it up on support level here at 90 or 88 area. Hit this double support right here. I'm curious to take a short off the 9. We've got the TTM working its way towards the downside. That support level though is kind of keeping me out of that trade, so I might watch it a little bit more. But a lot of the moving averages are pointing on the down, breaking below that support level, and double bottoming here on these wicks. I'll actually move that down. Downward trend. We're gonna do 1 minute candle in a moment. Say we're about to get a 5200 cross to the downside. Might look for a pop up to the 9 and then a short off of that. I'll try to go short off of 89. I don't know if we'll even go up that high, but it looks like it's going to break down here. Yes, going short on the day, or going red on the day, excuse me, at 41.86. It's red about $2.50. So it needs to be opened at 88.50, somewhere around there. Market giving back all its gains. That short off 42, man, that was like the move. And I called it out too and just didn't take it. It's really because, you know, it's speculative to me. So this short here off 88.75, and I'm gonna try to get out of 87.50. It's actually looking kind of strong, so I don't really know if I like this. I'm probably gonna try to get out just at like a single tick. Yeah, it's kind of going against me a little bit. I'm going to check this on the 20-second chart and see what's happening here. Okay, I don't feel too bad about this trade. It looks pretty okay. Okay, up 5.19. Made like $9 on that. It's probably going to continue dropping, but I just didn't really like the area of entry and all that. And really just didn't like the trade as a whole. So looks like it's probably going to end up working out, but you know, nice rejection off the EMA 35 again. That's there at 89.75. So this entry, I think, was just $1 early. And so really I should have been watching the 20-second chart for this type of move, for this particular move here. Also, that red to yellow move on the 20-second chart on the long would have been nice as well. 87 up to 89. 75, so there's plenty of room available in it. Too much downtrend, long at the moment, but it does look like we're on approach to have these eventually cross. The 50's on too much of a downward slope at the moment. Divergence is about $4. That's actually pretty long way out. 9's above 12 on cyan switch. And we're coming up to 8:30, about 30 seconds away. So we'll likely see a volume push in about 30 seconds. Here's 8:30 now. Downward push.
Order filled.
I want to ask here, looking for a move down to 86.75. Finding a little too much support on the long side though. I want to see this drop. Okay, it dropped down to our order, but didn't fill. It's hitting our order, but not filling.
Order filled.
There it goes. Okay, so up 563.92 on the day. Glad we got out of that. I'm grateful that I adjusted my order up, especially because this one touched it but didn't fill. 9 is now 9's below 12, but we do have a 12.26 crossover. 9's below 12, so without that information, without the 9 getting above the 12, there's not enough confirmation on that upward move. And you can see it rejected the EMA 35 there. Need that 9 above the 12 in order to really get that confirmation of that upward direction. And without it, there's a high probability that these up wicks like this are going to fail. Like this one failed. It could still do it, but it needs another couple of seconds and needs to get that crossover that it just got right there in order to actually get this test. Here's the push. This is the chance that it has in order to stay green on the day, in order to stay pushing upward in the upward direction If it rejects on this 50 EMA here or somewhere around this area, then it's probably done for the day, at least on the up move. So on the 1 minute side, TTM has gone to 2.8, has stacked up from about 5.0, 5.5, and it's moved up to 3.0. So not a major move, especially over all these minutes here. So this very well could fail. The 200 moving average is also on approach of the 50. The 50 is pulled back all the way up to 9, or all the way down rather, to 92.28. And we got the 200 there at 89.84. There's 10 seconds left in this candle. Let's see if these converge a little bit more, and see if the 50 travels downward while the 200 travels upward. 84 and 28. So 200 went to 85, and the 50 went to 10 from 28. So definitely getting closer convergence. I think that we're going to see another drop, possibly even a test of the lows.
Order filled.
Went short right there off of 88.50, and I'm looking for a move downward. I don't know if I want to go for 85.50, which is where my move is now. I'll try to get out at 87.75, which should be about 3 ticks. It looks like we had that opportunity to get out there, and it didn't fill on us. So I need to see a drop here. I'm going to just try to get out right there. Just a single tick.
Order filled.
All right, it filled. Not my greatest trade, but made a couple of bucks. 573.42 on the day. Did pull back a little bit more. So it looks like I just needed a little bit more patience on that. I got a little wigged out here though because of the TTM. One thing I really don't like about Trade-Evate's TTM versus like Thinkorswim's TTM is that it doesn't stay centered. It like tries to like move itself up, and so I think that it's actually closer to a cyan switch than I actually realize. And so that can actually cause me to lose in a trade because of this kind of situation. By the way, did you like the way I said lose? It's like lose. Yeah. If y'all hanging out, man, if you haven't already liked the video. Also too, if you guys are trying to earn funding in the futures market, you may want to check out Elite Trader Funding or Apex Trader Funding. Apex Trader Funding currently right now is offering 90% off, a ridiculous 90% off for the first month. Let me see if I can find the so here we are. If you want the Trade-Evate software, it's slightly more money, not very much, just a couple of bucks. Personally, I prefer it for the Trade-Evate. I don't really like trading in NinjaTrader myself. I like Trade-Evate software a little bit better. Also, TradingView is also available as well if you like TradingView. I actually really like TradingView as well. But you can get access to the 50K account here for like, I think 19 bucks before taxes. So it's 187, and you're paying 10% of that for the first month. So the first month is $18.70. After that, it goes to 80% off, so it goes to $37.40 pre-tax. So there is sales tax if you live in a sales tax area. But there's a link in the description and a promo code in there as well. The coupon code is listed in there. It's a little bit, it's not like a friendly one, so you have to copy and paste it. But then there's also Elite Trader Funding, which I'm also working on as well, which will allow you funding as low as 10K all the way up to 300K. And this one also offers a lifetime discount. I think right now of 25%. There's a link in the description for these guys, and promo code is JSBest. What I really like about Elite Trader Funding is, so Apex, I like it because the price is cheap, and you get everything you need. Elite Trader Funding, I really like it. If you want amazing customer service, access to a Discord community, or even accounts that offer like things like the ability to hold trades overnights and weekends, and holidays as well, Then they have things like the diamond hands. They have more options available on the static evaluations. So they have some very unique plans and amazing customer service on lead trader funding as well. So if you guys are trying to earn funding in the futures market, check out either of them. They're amazing prop firms. I did a lot of due diligence in finding the correct prop firms for me to trade with, and I've been very happy with both. So check them out. Currently, okay, so we are getting a little bit of a trend reversal. This did pop up. I'm grateful I got it out of that trade, although the original trade idea would have worked out. We're up 573.42 on the day. 9 is above 12. We may get the cyan switch now because you can see it's at 0.1. 9 is above 12 on the 1 minute side. We never got the 5200 cross to the down, so that potential to continue to go back up still available. Running into resistance there at the volume weighted average price. We'll flag there. We'll see if we get the 1226 cross. There's a cyan switch on the 1, which looks pretty solid. This was a nice move from 87.50 all the way up to 91.50. So 16 ticks there. This is one of the reasons why I like taking like 3 to 5 ticks or something like that, because I can get out within the range and still pull a pretty healthy profit. It's looking decent for a test of the view app. I'm not going to say an upward move or a trend reversal or any of that, because it needs to get through the view app in order for that to actually happen, and the 50 moving average, which is here at 91.69, but currently on a downtrend. So we do have a cyan switch here, 912 and 26 cross, so that looks good. But watch out, because we do have the 200 moving average here, and we're below view app, so we're below both. So there's just as much opportunity for this to just drop. It could pop up, rip. The pop up though is going to have more resistance than the drop. So we'll see what happens with it. TTM's at 0.6 on the 1. Take a quick peek at the 3. Yeah, I may want to see a red to yellow on the 3-minute chart. Three minutes at 5.6 on the red on TTM. So we do get that cyan still at 0.9. Probably need to see this one close on cyan, which I don't think it's going to do. It might, but you'll need to see it close, and you'll need to see the next one rip cyan. I don't think it's gonna. Currently flat on the day on the ES. The ES is flat. Taking my time today on trading, man. Like a lot of my time. There's been a ton of moves too that we've missed, but you know, it's whatever. I don't need to grab every move. Just need to grab the moves that make sense to me. 5,200 still on approach for downward momentum. 1 second left in this candle. New candle now. Opening red. TTM at 1.1. This is looking like a short.
Order filled.
In short there, I meant to actually get short up here, unfortunately. I probably just need to cut this right away. Down 87.50 in it. Yeah, I'm gonna... So I didn't cut that and actually tried to add to the position. Where's my sell order at? It's way down here.
Order filled.
All right. I did get that trade. I do not like that trade. I mean, it's great that I made profit, but I did not like it at all. Trailer max at 24.63, up 582 on the day. I honestly wanted to get entered over here around 89.50 or so, and I took the entry by joining the ask. So that really was definitely my fault in terms of determining entry point. But you know, it did work out just because the trend is on the downside. But that was a bad trade in my opinion. I'm just grateful that worked out. That was a luck kind of situation where the luck worked out for me. But definitely that was improper in my own personal opinion. Gratefully, we traded small, trading one contract right now. So up 727.33 in the account. Out of 3,000 on the profit target. We're 24% to goal.
Order filled.
Wait, what? Why the hell am I in a... Oh my gosh. There's literally a freaking short right now.
Order filled.
That was... I did not realize that order was still standing there. I just took a $50 loss on that because I did not realize that this order was still sitting here. There's actually more than that. There's 3 ticks. Yeah, it was about $50 after fees. I did not realize that order was still sitting there. That sucks. We look to be on approach for a 5,200 cross. 9 is above 12. I absolutely would not have taken that short. That was intended for this drop. Happens though. That's our only loss on the day. Just a complete accidental loss. Yeah. We've taken 17 trades, 1 loss. This one here. I'm glad we cut it though. Getting a crossover now and TTM squeeze now. 1 minute side, still on approach for 5,200 cross. 9's above 12, getting that 1226 cross. TTM's at 1.7, running the resistance at both the 50 and the VWAP. So a long off 90, 90.75 or 91 doesn't look too bad. I'm gonna check the 3 minute. 3 minutes getting a red yellow at 5.6. Going up at 8:45. So this looks like this might get a surge up. We'll jump to the 20-second chart. So this is up there at 93. Take 2 contracts. $35 is getting above 50. It's pulling back some though. I'm gonna try to
Order
get
filled.
in long at 91. I'm gonna get out at 91.75. 2 contracts. It's tapping our order, but not filling. We'll try to get out at 91.50.
Order filled.
Out at 91.50. Probably could have got out at 91.75, but you saw that rejection right there that sort of flashed down. I just wanted to make sure that I secured the profits. Up 586.42 on the day. I gotta figure out how much that loss was because it's messing with me. So that loss was 37.50, and the fee on it, so 46.50. Wow, did they increase the fees again? Up 730.88 in the account. Running into resistance here along the volume weighted average price. The 50 moving average is now at 90.08. Well, the 200 is at 93.46. These could be on convergence. So if that's the case, we're just going to watch it. Okay, 90.1 and 93.46. Kind of stayed right where they're at. It's very close to the VWAP. You see I'm looking pretty decent now at 2.1. It's been a slow grind, so this could be a lot of accumulation for a contract drop, where people could basically just dump a bunch of contracts all at once. On the 1 minute side, the 200 moving average is still on approach towards the 50 cross, so this could still pull back down. 9 is above 12, which is crossing above the 200, which does look bullish. Look how many dojis we got in a row on the one. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. This is almost 5 minutes of dojis. That's crazy. That's so much indecision. I think this is going to drop. I think it might reject right here and drop down to like 89 potentially. I guess we'll wait and see what happens. 5 minutes looking like a decline, 3 minutes looking like an incline, with resistance there at the 50 EMA. 1 minute's looking like a decline. 22nd, last I checked, it's looking like a decline. Kind of some conflicting information, at least for me. Somebody else might see the chart differently though. 1 minute going dark blue on the TTM, and 1, 2, 3, 4 dojis in a row. I think it's a short. Like, that's what my intuition says. The moving averages say something different, but my intuition is saying it's short down to like 88 or 89. TTM's now at 1.9. $50 moving average at 90.4. Yep, there's the ascending wedge. I was going to take a short right there, and I don't know, that kind of run up makes me a little bit scared to take that short. So I cut it, didn't actually get into the trade. So, but the entry that I had sitting there was at 91. Looks like it would have worked. Well, not really. because Andrew was at 91. I guess that pulled back to 90, so it would have worked because I was going for 3 ticks. How long have we been trading? We've been on the stream now for about an hour and a half. I might actually go ahead and shut it down right there and just lock in my profits on the day. We're ending the day up $586.42. I want to walk away with that profit. So I think I'm going to walk away on the day. I kind of feel like I'm at decision fatigue anyway. I've been trading since before the open. Yeah, guys, join up in our Discord community. I actually called a lot of these moves out that I ended up taking in the Discord community before they happened. And we have a lot of amazing traders in there that can help you guys grow as well. So join up in our Discord community. I'm going to go ahead and shut it down there. Thank you guys so much for being here, and I will see you guys tomorrow, 7:30 Pacific, 10:30 market time. Hope you have an amazing day. Peace.